What's going on, guys? Jaxx the Bearded Hiker here. Welcome to the Goat Show. If you guys have ever wanted to know how to make gumbo, well, you've came to the right place. Today we're going to be cooking up a chicken and sausage gumbo. So I'm going to show you guys how to cook this chicken and sausage gumbo. Let's get busy! Today I'm going to show you guys how to make an oven roux. We're going to be taking the guesswork out of roux making. No more burnt roux, no more light blonde roux. It's going to be the perfect roux in an hour and a half. Let's get busy. I'm going to show you how it's done. Alright, the first thing you guys are going to want to do is you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And remember this, whatever amount of flour you use is going to be the exact same amount of oil you use. I have 4 ounces of flour here by weight. We're going to go ahead and throw that in our cast iron skillet. And I also have 4 ounces of oil by weight. Just going to pour that in on top, and we're going to whisk it around and get it nice and mixed up. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're just going to whisk this around very carefully until it's all incorporated. Get all the lumps out, and I'm not going to bore you with you watching me mix this, so we'll get right back to you after I mix it up. Nicely done. Now we have everything incorporated. Preheated oven to 350. We're going to stick it in here just like that. Close it. And in 30 minutes, we're going to come in and stir it. Then and another 30 minutes after that, we're going to stir it. And then it'll be our last. So an hour and a half. Basically, every 30 minutes, come in and stir it. All right, guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is fill your pot up with water, and you're going to put your chicken in there. This is about a medium-sized chicken. You can use pieces, parts. Make sure you clean out the cavity. You're going to turn your stove on, and you're going to bring this up to a boil, and then we're going to cut it down to a simmer. And if you want, you can go ahead and throw some salt and pepper in there. I usually wait until after the chicken is boiled before I start seasoning the leftover liquid. Alright guys, so we are 30 minutes in. Hope that comes into focus there. Get you focus in. We're going to get our whisk out. This is our, like I said, this is our first 30 minutes. We're going to go ahead and we're going to just give it a little whisk here. Mix it up. Alright, it's going back in the oven for another 30 minutes. Alright, yeah, look at that color. Coming along nicely. This is our second stir. So we've been going for 1 hour. Look at that, that's a nice color. Alright guys, we've started again, so now 30 more minutes. Alright, we just hit our boil. I just cut the heat down to a simmer, so we're going to put the lid back on it and just keep simmering it. So we just pulled it out, and you can see this nice dark color here. Now what you got to remember is we could probably go a little bit darker than this. So if we were going to freeze it, we might leave it in there another 5 or 10 minutes or whatever, but realize it's hot still, it's still cooking. Alright guys, so our chicken has been boiled. We're about ready to pick the chicken off the bone. And if you have a partner like I do, you have them pick the chicken off the bone while you do the easy stuff. So now would be a great time for you to take your roux and add your 1 onion and 1 bell pepper to your roux and start wilting the onions and bell pepper down. So now we're going to go ahead and add 1 onion and 1 bell pepper to our roux, and we're going to cook this onion and bell pepper until it's wilted. Remember, our roux is going to continue to cook, so it's going to get even darker. Alright guys, I figured I'd give you a little bit of a shot of the wilted vegetables that is in that roux. Okay, that's what we're looking for right there. Alright, let's get that sausage done. Alright guys, now that we have our vegetables there wilted up in that roux, we're going to go ahead and cut up 1 pound of sausage. I happen to be using an andouille sausage called Savoise. You could pretty much use any kind of sausage you want. It's totally up to you. Okay, we're going to cut this up and then we're going to cook our sausage. the andouille that I'm using doesn't put off a lot of oil, so I'm just going to add just a tad bit of oil in it. If you're using a high, I don't know, I guess the word would be high greasiness of a sausage, you might not want to use oil. Go ahead, that's 1 pound of sausage. And as you guys can tell, I've switched over to my gumbo pot. So after the sausage is done, we're going to be throwing the rest of our ingredients in this pot. Okay, our sausage is nice and browned up, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add our roux vegetable mixture to the party. Once you've got that all incorporated in, go ahead and mix it about. Alright, next step, we're going to add in 4 cups or 1 quart of our chicken stock. Okay, now that we've stirred that about, we're going to add a couple of bay leaves in there. We're going to add some salt. And we're going to add a little bit of pepper. And we're going to add a little bit of Tony's in there as well. And if you don't know what Tony's is, it's Tony Chachere's. It's just a little bit of Creole Cajun seasoning. If you don't have Tony's, you can use any other Cajun seasoning you want. We're just going to do about that much right now. Throw that in there. Now, again, guys, there's no rhyme or reason, or I guess amounts to say about adding salt, pepper, and Cajun seasoning, because it depends on how much sodium is in the chicken broth that you're using or the stock. It also depends on this how much sodium is in the sausage. So this is purely by taste. Now I'm not going to taste it yet because we're going to cook this for about an hour to an hour and a half. When we get about an hour in, then I'm going to taste it and we'll add salt, pepper, Cajun seasoning, probably do about a tablespoon of hot sauce as well. Alright, so a few things to keep in mind. Remember, we haven't added our chicken yet. We're going to pick that off the bone and we're going to add it later on. If you add it now, then that chicken is going to break up and break down in there, and we don't want that, okay? Also, if your roux is not as dark as you would like it, there's a couple of things that you can do. You can add this right here, which is called Gravy Master, or you can also add something that's called Kitchen Bouquet. Now, this is just a color enhancer. It's going to darken your roux, or I mean darken your gumbo. Okay guys, I brought this back up to a good simmer, and now I'm going to add another 4 cups of the chicken stock. So total chicken stock we got in here has been a total of 8 cups. All right, we're bringing this back up to a simmer. When I put the other 4 cups of broth in, it took it down. So now we're just going to add a tablespoon of hot sauce. Stir that in. And again, in probably about another, I don't know, 50 minutes, we'll check for seasoning. Alright guys, it's been about a little over an hour. We're going to add some parsley in there. Let's see, that's probably add a little bit more in there. That was about a handful. Probably do maybe another half a handful. Yep, perfect. Alright, thanks babe. Alright, now we're going to stir that about, and we're going to add our chicken. And then we're going to cook it for about another 15 minutes, and then we'll be done. In goes the chicken. Show them about how we cut that up. Just kind of hold it over. Here, yep, about like that. Alright, we've added our chicken in there, guys. Almost that whole chicken, and that was about a medium-sized chicken. And again, guys, this is not rocket science. This is add as much chicken as you want. or as little chicken as you want. We usually kind of just check it by ladle because you want to have chicken and sausage and everything in every bite. So we're going to cook this another 15 minutes and then we'll do a taste test. I know it's going to be good. All right, guys. Now, as you can see, I don't have a big bowl. It's the December the 23rd, and I'm actually cooking this for Christmas. So we'll probably just stick it in the refrigerator. But anyway, I'm going to give it a taste. I know it's going to be good. Let's get a piece of sausage and chicken in there. All right, here we go. Whoop. Spot on. So, let me just say this. If you're a filet type guy or gal, then you could add that in there. We normally have filet, but I don't really care for it. My wife doesn't really care for it, but some people do, so we usually have it out. So when we serve it, somebody can actually add it to their bowl. That's it, guys. Gumbo and the roux. Do it.